One. We are live.
Yeah, hi guys. So let's get to the answers. Hope it was a good quiz, and most of you, I think, have all submitted your answer sheet. So without waiting for much more, let's go to the answers.
Nishant, the video is echoing from your side. I think you need to mute some device, one device.
Wait. Yep. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah. So the first question, this was which bank was started in 1931 by this gentleman on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashmi and appropriately named so? In 2017, with which existing bank did this merge with? So I'm waiting for answers from anybody in the YouTube channel. The comment sections are on. If you want to answer, you can. Hi Arun. Hi there. So this is Vijaya Bank. The first one is Vijaya Bank, and they merged with the Bank of Baroda. So Vijaya Bank named after Vijay Dashami, the easy first one. Another easy one. At the age of 8, he released his Bengali album, for which he was an entrant into the Limca Book of Records for being the youngest singer to release his original album. This gentleman currently appears in the reality show Big Boss, and he is the son of Kumar Sanu. His name is Jan Kumar Sanu. So we're talking about the name of this web series. So nowadays when people start boycotting celebs and all that, it's part of something called the cancel culture. As you know, I mean, because of those reasons, movies get cancelled, shows get cancelled. So the name of this series is cancelled. Just troll with it. Moving on to the fourth one. So this is a association of world electoral bodies. So the current chairman is actually the chief election commissioner of India. So this is Sunil Arora that I was looking for. Number 4. Number
Nishant, you're
5
able to see
is
the comments, right? Uh, Nishant, you're able to see the comments,
yeah.
right? They're being commented on. Yeah, you can respond to them.
I have
And
seen
everyone.
I've seen only one comment so far.
Oh, there are. Have you paused your video? If you have paused your video, then you can only see one comment.
Yeah, it's fine. It's working, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, now I can see. Sorry for that. I think I was having a lag on the phone. So yeah, Ishita ma'am over there. Yes, Kumar Sanu. Cancelled is correct. That is Arvind Kambush saying there. Sunil Arora was correct. That's for question number 4. Number 5 is a new generation of contactless products, which is exclusively purchasable at Amazon. So which is this company behind it? Waiting for answers on YouTube as well. Nobody has so far. So this is Godrej. Godrej is basically the company that I was looking for. So you can see the different types of products they have to help you touch surfaces without actually being in contact with them. Number 6 is a slightly easy one, I guess. The former capital of the Bengal Suba, and there was a lot of talk about Bangladesh crossing over the GDP of India. I mean, the rate of growth of GDP of India. So we now know Jahangirnagar better as Dhaka. So Dhaka was the answer for question number 6 that I was looking for. Moving on to question number 7. The artwork by Ganesh Pine, Arvind Sambhu, Pranjakalpa Mishra, Ishita ma'am have all got it right there. Seventh is the artwork by Ganesh Pine, based on a character from Indian mythology. And I also told that it shares its name with a work of spiritual literature. This is Savitri. Everybody got that one right. So Aurobindo Savitri, Ganesh Pine Savitri. This is indeed Savitri. This is number 8, easy for people who dwell in this city. Big day for the bongs over there. So, what is this? You can see a picture of a tram there in the background. So, this happens to be the first uh, tram library in the world. This is the first tram library in the world, and it is specifically said, they mentioned that this is for students who want to appear in competitive exams. So it runs across from Esplanade to through the College Street, and it mainly tries to attract people or students who are vying for competitive exams, which is why they give you all these kind of magazines to read, and then they give you pen and paper to jot down points. So this is the first tram library in the world, and students appearing for competitive exams is what I was looking for. Two parts. 9 is a pretty repeated business funda. Uh, this gentleman is a famous businessman, and his coach is also Ramakant Achrekar, who happens to be the coach of Sachin Tendulkar. He was playing in the Kanga League, and he got hit and he had to switch careers. This is Uday Kotak. This is Uday Kotak. Again, Arvind and Pranjakalpa got it there. This is Uday Kotak that I was looking for. Moving on to the 10th one, uh, Bhanu Athaya famously won an Oscar there, and she shared another with this gentleman. Which series is this? Sci-fi series, I might say. This is Star Wars, the 1977 film. So I just wanted the series and not the name of any particular movie. So Star Wars will do. Is the franchisee that I was looking for. Question number 11. You can look at the picture of a sapling over there for no points, obviously. I mean, it's really hard to find anything. But the keyword over here is the food of the devil. It's called the food of the devil, and it helps to, uh, give you some kind of emergency cure from stomach gas. So, which is this spice? Looking for answers. Hing is what I was looking for. So Pratyadishta Parida gets it, and I'm sure a lot of many others have also got this. This is hing that I was looking for. Arun says second hing questions in 2 days. Uh, 12. So this is pretty much workoutable simply from, yeah, asafoetida will also do. Asafoetida or hing, either will do. Question number 12.
Nishant, Nishant.
Yeah, yeah.
People are feeling bad that you're not telling their names. They are messaging me.
Okay, so I mean I know most of these people over there. So Anurag, Bera, Ishita Das, they've all got heing right. Arun TP has again got heing right. So moving on to 12, henceforward I'll take the names of the people. I don't feel bad about it. I was just trying to run along the set. So question number 12, it's about the fabric and it's easily workoutable. Simply consider the Hindi for eyes delight. Uh, so this is Nansuk. So the name of the textile or the fabric that I was looking for is Nansuk. Nan is eyes and Suk means delight. So Nansuk is the name of the fabric. Pratidishta Parada gets this one right. Moving on to 13th. So polyglot of 69 languages. These have the non-exhaustive set of inventions made by him. Uh, Pretty much guessable that this is a fictional character who resides in Girid. So it's created by Satyajit Ray. So this is Professor Sonku. So Professor Sonku is what I was looking for. Yes, Pratyadishta gets this one correct again. Pranjakalpa also gets it right. So Professor Sonku is what I was looking for. Yeah, this is one of my favorite questions. So he founded a company named Water Living that manufactures and sold houseboats. So all these things have been done by him. Anurag, Ishita Das, and Arvind also get Arun TP also get Professor Sonku right. This is question number 14. So what is this incident that has remained unresolved? Uh, it's a very notorious incident in 1999. Not Bofors is a good guess from Arun. That's not Bofors. Another notorious, and since this is a question that is based somewhere around Bengal, so everybody going on the Bofors trail. Sweden is close to this country, but is not what I was looking for. This is actually a Danish man, and he goes by the. And actually, this is basically the event is the Purulia arms drop incident in 1995. No, not Satish. That's not Harshad Mehta. looks like him, probably, I don't know. So this is basically the Purulia arms drop case. This guy goes by by a pseudonym. So till now there have been ongoing diplomatic issues between India and Denmark regarding his extradition, but that has not uh, happened so far. So Purulia, and the movie based around that incident would be Jagga Jasoos. In Jagga Jasoos, there was this incident about arms being dropped in the middle of the day. So yeah, this is Purulia arms drop case. 15, yes, government doing stuff to destabilize the West Bengal government. Actually, Kim actually even accepted that I mean, he said a lot of things. He said a lot of things, maybe. So, uh, Bardhaman in West Bengal enjoys the GI tag for two food items. One is a fine granular mass. The other is a white vermicelli-like item. Name both. Two GI tag items that have emerged from Bardhaman. So the fine granular part is Mi Dana, right, Ishita? That is Mi Dana. And the other one, which comes from Gobind Bhog, is Sita Bhog. So Ishita, Aditya, Anurag, and Pratyadishta get this one right. Two parts here. Question number 16. This origin of this fading profession, which lies in Rajasthan, based on the work of Mahashweta Devi. The 1993 movie was Rudali, and the actor who passed away just before the release of this film, that is Amjad Khan. So, yep, the usual faces again. Ishita, Arun, we get this one right. Anurag also gets this one right. Prashant Ade gets this one right. Part 1 is Rudali, and the actor to whom it was dedicated is Amjad Khan. So Pradyadishta gets the first, gives me both the part. Yeah, Rudali and Amjad Khan. 17, easy peasy. Tata Crucible coming up. It seems like that. I mean, there are 19 people watching, but I'm not sure. Arun. So yeah, 17. Touted to be the world's first diagnostic test to deploy a specifically adapted CS9 protein to successfully detect the virus, named after Feluda, is right. Satish, Anurag, Prashant, Ishita, Pratyadishta, all of you get this one correct. This is Feluda. Yeah, this one probably will take a little bit of thinking. 18. Which one word? Yes, Arvind, that's Feluda. Which is that one word which connects Raj comic superhero, a 1993 Hindi movie starring Nana Patekar, a brand of Indian pan masala, and a little known channel called Harvest TV. Aditya gets this one right. This is indeed Tiranga. Tiranga was a detective superhero, and Tiranga is the name of the pan masala. Tiranga was the name of the Nana Patekar movie, famously starring Rajkumar, and Harvest TV was later named Tiranga TV, and we all know that Barkha and Kapil Sibal started washing their dirty linen in the public when they went for the cases and all. So Tiranga was what I was looking for. Thank you, Ishita. Everyone more or less seems to have cracked this. Arun, Anurag, Aditya, Satish. This is Tiranga. 19. On the back of a famous controversy, old Tata Crucible Peter basically reframed. So Tamil Nadu's Industries Department Principal Secretary Murugan Nandan and additional secretaries are on the board of which joint venture company between Tamil Nadu and an Indian behemoth in which the state government owns 28%. I said I want the name of the company. TIDCO is the Tamil Nadu state government's arm which owns a stake here. Tanishq is the brand. Titan is what I was looking for. Tanishq is the brand. Titan is what I was looking for, in which the Tatas own the rest, and the state government of Tamil Nadu through Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation (TIDCO) owns 28%. So Aditya, Arvind, yeah, points for that. This is Titan. Uh, yep, a very famous Bengali name, a famous Bengali gentleman connects to all these brands. Dr. Ray's, Learnflix, Senko Gold, JSW. There's one name that I've removed from here, which is My Team 11. You'd be seeing a lot of this gentleman during the IPL in the commercials. So if you add My Team 11 to the list, this makes it Dada, right? That's correct. Aditya, Pratidishta, Pranjakalpa, all of you get this one correct. This is Dada or Saurav Ganguly. He recently had a problem there where there was a conflict of interest case that emerged because JSW also happens to be the team owner of the Delhi Capitals. So Saurabh Ganguly being the BCCI president, there was an issue whether it is about a conflict of interest, which he denied. So Saurabh Ganguly is the name I was looking for here. Moving to 21. So this is the Arthur C. Clarke Award-winning medical thriller, loosely based on the life of a Nobel laureate. Memoirs. So this is 1997 actually when he won the award. This gentleman also happens to be a friend of Shashi Tharoor and Meera Nair. I had a chance to talk with him once on Twitter. Yeah, this is yeah, Aditya gets this one correct. But no, I want the name. Yeah, so this is Ronald Ross is there. It's already there. So Calcutta chromosome is exactly what I was looking for in Calcutta chromosome, not cholera. The name of the book is Calcutta Chromosome. It's a pretty famous book, part of the bestsellers that Amitabh Ghosh has written over time. So this is Amitabh Ghosh Calcutta Chromosome. Only Aditya gets this one correct, it seems. Moving on to 22. Yep, this seems to be pretty interesting. In English grammar, there exists, compound words. I gave you some examples like bitter, sweet, brother, sister. Yes, Ishita, that's Amitabh Ghosh and Calcutta Chromosome. Bittersweet, brother, sister. So, what are such types of words called? And the term used to describe such words, it comes from Sanskrit. So, if you see, there are two words over here. So, dvi, that's dwanda. So, such kind of compound words are called dwanda. No, Prashant, that's not an oxymoron. Oxymoron is something when there are two words which are expressing contrary opinions. Like let's say I'm happily sad, or I'm silently loud. So these are oxymorons. These kind of words like bitter, sweet, husband, wife, brother, sister, tragicomedy, these are called dwandas. Dwanda basically two parts basically. So these are called dwandas. Moving on to, since nobody got this one correct, moving on to 23. Yep. Again, some people might start blaming the government altogether. This is a form of a vyuha. So, so it looks like a lotus, just like the electoral symbol of the Bharatiya Janata Party. So this is also called Padma Vyuha. So the Chakra Vyuha in the Mahabharata is also called the Padma Vyuha. Yes, Shita, Satish, that's called the Padma Vyuha. Moving on to 24. So Sita was this movie that is, yes, Anurag. Yes, Panchakalpa. That's Padma Vyuha. So Sita was this 1933 Bengali talkie film, and it happens to be the first film to have accomplished something. The credit for which is sometimes wrongly given to a 1936 film based on the life of a saint. The 1936 film based on the life of a saint, the first talkie is Alamara, Pranjakalpa. I'm sure you know that. That's 1931, Ardeshi Rirani. So the 1936 movie is Sant Tukaram. And Sita happens to be the first Indian talkie film to be shown in an international festival. Yeah. No, Anurag, Raja Harishchandra was not the first talkie. Raja Harishchandra was the first film, basically, 1930, and Dada Sahib Phalke basically created. The first talkie was Almara. So this is Arvind and Ishita get this one correct. This is the first movie to be shown in an international fest. In the same fest, this is actually the Venice Film Festival, and in the same film festival, Savitri was also kind of shown. But Sita, since it came first, the first Sita dikhaya, so it claims to have this honor. Moving on to question number 25. Yep, this is interesting. So, who is this gentleman? So he basically wanted to get the attention of the British government officials, and thank you, Anurag. So, for that, this gentleman he printed the rear end of his card with photographs from the Bengal famine, and he distributed them so that people could know that this is a real incident and not a figment of imagination. Because Winston Churchill simply refused to accept that there has been a famine of any sort, and they started even imposing the emergency rules. So this gentleman was the editor of a very famous newspaper that continues to exist. I started my career there when way back in class 7 8. The second part, as Arun says, is indeed the Calcutta Club. So this is Jan Stephens for the first part, who was the editor of the Statesman. The irony was that Stephens actually wrote about this famine sitting from inside the Calcutta Club. So it is ironic that people who comment a lot on poverty or were actually commenting on poverty never experienced them and were rather treating themselves to luxurious drinks in the Calcutta Club. So Calcutta Club has, I mean, had this trait of being racist in its early days, and only the whites were allowed. They did not allow native Indians to enter inside the Calcutta Club. So good one there, Arun, for the second part. This is Jan's defense and Calcutta Club.
Yeah, Nishant, Neeraj is here. He'd like to say something about JVKSK who brought this quiz together.
Yeah. We have Mr. Neeraj Bhadra. I think many of you
Hello.
know Neeraj, friendly face in the quizzing circle. So he wants to talk a little bit about the organizers and the Durga Puja thing that they're putting together. Yes, Neerav, you're live.
Yeah. So, hi everyone, and thanks for first of all, thanks to Vishnu and Nishant for just sparing your time and coming up with such an amazing quiz. So, just to everyone viewing, just a small bit about JVSKS. So, JVSKS has been working for a long time in Noida, and apart from the Durga Puja, which is organized. There is a lot of social work, etc., which we tend to do in and around Noida for the underprivileged sections and all. So just just wanted to reach out. Every year we do have a quiz, but this time due to COVID, we decided to have a digital quiz, and we it actually helped us reach to a larger set of people. Probably in a physical set of quiz, we wouldn't have had such a diverse range of participants coming in from across the nation. So just wanted to thank three main people here, Vishnu and Nishant, for putting in your uh, time and putting in all your efforts in creating the quiz. And along with that, a special thanks to JVSKS for actually coming forward and helping us host such an event, which could uh, help us bring so many people into the fold. And every year we do host a quiz. So this year, however, because of the situations, the things were different. And hopefully to all the participants, we'll see you guys next year as well in the quiz.
Thank you there, Neeraj, and hope you're having a good Durga Puja today. Uh, so let us continue with the rest of the question. We are left with 15 questions more to go. 26, pretty interesting story here too. Way back in 1880s, this gentleman. So this gentleman was actually fighting a war and he got lost. Then the wife became pretty scared, and she was advised by the local priest to start worshipping the deity. She even chanted the mantra which the priest gave her, and ultimately the husband was found, and she was so grateful, both the couple were so grateful that in 1880s they gave 15,000 rupees for the construction. So yeah, this is a British couple. Yes, Pratidishta. So this happens to be the only temple in India built by the British. So this temple is the only one in India that has been built by the British. So in the modern day that we live, we see people breaking temples or mosques and all that things. But this is good to know that a British couple established or built the Bajinath Mahadev temple in Malwa, Agar. So points to PP for that. Moving on to question number 27. Easy one, I guess, for this. The Bhagwan Mahavir Viklang Sahayata Samiti, uh, the ex SEBI, founded by an ex SEBI chairman. The product was developed in 68 by Dr. Sethi, and this device is basically the Jaipur foot. So the Jaipur foot, that was made pretty popular by Sudha Chandran when she used the Jaipur foot to dance in the Dance Mayuri, in the Nach Mayuri film, basically. So Jaipur leg, I'll give points to Jaipur foot because it's kind of the name it is identified with. So points for Jaipur foot to Ishita. Arun was close there. No, Naman, I'll take Jaipur foot because it's a pretty easy quiz. So we have to make, small distinctions over here and there. So Pranjakalpa, Aditya, Jaipur foot is what I was looking for. Moving on to
Nishant,
28.
one second. Many people were asking me what are the prizes for this quiz. I just came to know that the top three will be getting Amazon vouchers from JVSK,
Yes.
the fund. Continue.
So yeah, there are prizes for this quiz. So Amazon vouchers, which is sponsored by the organizers. Okay, so moving on to 28. You see them ages there: 2003 to 2009, 2014 to 2020. So what does it look like? So yeah, always nice, Arun, to have prizes. This is basically the list of sportsmen uh, in the Rajya Sabha. Who would 2003 to 2009 be? So this is Dara Singh. So this is Dara Singh. So these are Rajya sportsmen who have been Rajya Sabha MPs, and the first name Rajya Sabha MP will not do. I need sportsmen who have been Rajya Sabha MPs. Dara Singh is the first one in the list, 2003 to 9. Yes, Satish, that's Dara Singh. Sachin Tendulkar and Sidhu. Well, obviously Sidhu left the pretty same year because of his differences with the party. Uh, so that was question 28. 29. This is from all the news that we get these days about the pandal, since we are not able to visit all of them. So good to read and see pictures that come on from time to time. So this is pretty easy. If you look at the second picture, a kind of discarded item, 30,000 discarded items, toxic and coming from one particular industry, from shops of some kind. Pretty evident in the second image as to what these are. Yes, Satish, this Satish gets this again. These are medicines, discarded medicines with the pharmacies throughout. So this is a huge problem in the urban areas also. There are a lot of medicines which reach their expiry date and have not been sold. So rather than throwing them or burning them, he collected the medicine shop waste, basically discarded medicines. Naman, Anurag, Arvind, all get this one right, and built a idol out of it. Moving on to question 30. Which newspaper founded by an ex-Indian PM has a separate section called the Eye on RSS? You can see I haven't actually removed Young India in the list of the categories there. So Young India is also there. The former Indian PM who started this is Jawaharlal Nehru. So Satish gets this one pretty fast. This is National Herald, which was much in the news because of the ownership of the Gandhis. So I on RSS is a section that you find in the National Herald. Satish and Pratyadishta Anurag, all of them get this correct. Moving on to 31. So this lady, Ajan Play, she has started a shop which is a mixture of culture and something trendy. The cultural part traces its origin way back to Maharishi Valmiki, and the trendy fashion statement is something that people flaunt and flash a lot. And I've got one over here. So, so this is basically palm tattoos. So the fear of missing out over here is a basically palmistry angle. So people think that your fate lines decide your future. So this lady basically helps people to draw tattoos on their fate lines so that the fate lines can be altered and so can their future be. So this is palm tattooing based on palmistry. So her shop, the two words I'll be looking over here is palm tattoos. Hey Bhagwan, says Arun. Uh, Tattooing palm lines, right? Yeah, I mean, these things happen nowadays. I mean, there used to be a Baba who used to advise people to have green chutney to, have a good delivery and all. So yeah, all these things happen. The point is now these things are happening as far as Thailand also. So moving on to question number 32. Easy one. The Pratiji Trust was set up in New Delhi to pursue research and advocacy goals in public education, public health. Very famous personality uh, named by this gentleman. I was named by Rabindranath Tagore, and who said that your name will signify that you never die. Amartya is correct. This is Amartya Sen. Satish gets this one correct. Yeah, that Chutney Baba was a real, matlab, it was a real scene. I mean, my family, I think that was a third eye of Nirmal Baba or something. And I remember my mom telling me before going for the matriculation exam to worship that person. And I was like, wow, eat green chutney before exams. God damn. So 32 is Amartya Sen. Moving on to 33. A large number, yeah. So Arvind, Aditya, Anurag, Ishita, Satish, everyone gets this one correct. 33. So yeah, this happens a lot in India. It only takes RTIs to find this out. So if you know that there is a Rajat Sharma who also happened to be in the DDCA, it's pretty easy to guess who would have nominated him. The government of India said okay, it happens pretty normal, it's pretty normal, and many a times that people who the government actually thought for the awards are removed, and it so happens that on the basis of nominations other people get the Padma Award. So this is Arun Jaitley. Again, Satish gets it correct. Rajat Sharma and Arun Jaitley shared a very close relationship during their working in the Delhi District Cricket Association. Moving on to question 34. Yep, the first attempt in India for something, Babu Ramchandra Chatterjee. I have blanked a certain word out. Ascends, it will ascend from the gaswork ground and then it will descend. So, what is this ascending? See that this person was an acrobat and a trapeze artist, and he also became a director of a circus company. Seems like nobody. First, parachute landing is a good guess, is not what I was looking for. It's a good guess. Ascends and descends. Any more guesses? First, parachute. Not first parachute landing. He was the first he was the first professional balloonist in India. I want the first, not parachute, the first professional balloonist in India. And he was the first person also in India to fly solo in a balloon. So I was looking for the first professional balloonist or the first person to fly solo in a balloon. Ramchandra Chatterjee being his name. Moving on to question 35. Should be easy. The Department of Post of Government of India whether it's hot air or cold air, doesn't matter. I just need balloonist or the first Indian to fly solo in a balloon. The Department of Post released this stamp to on the bicentennial of this lady in 1993. Uh, so Gadadhar Chattopadhyay over here is Ramakrishna Paramahansa. So this lady was basically the founder. She's not Sarada Devi. She's not Sarada Devi. Sharada Devi doesn't look like this. So she was basically her family, and she were basically the founders of the Dakshineshwara temple, where Ramakrishna Paramahansa is said to have got his divinity. Rani Rashmani is correct. Anindita, Ishita both get this one correct. This is Rani Rashmani. Moving on to 36. Yep, should be a nice story over here. Connect these three to the name of a district. So yes, Anurag, that's Rani Rashmani. So you see a tribe over there, that the Rajbangshi Koch tribe, Koch Rajbangshi tribe, that is Rajmata Gayatri Devi from Kuch Bihar, and that is Yuvraj Singh holding the under 19 Kuch Bihar trophy. Kuch Bihar, Kuch Bihar, Kuch Bihar. I'll take all of them for an answer. This is Kuch Bihar, what I was looking for. So you've seen that MSD movie, Sushant Singh Rajput's movie. You see that there's a scene where Yuvraj plummets on 319 runs in an innings. So that is in the Kuch Bihar trophy only. So the BCCI's official under 19 tournament, the Kuch Bihar trophy, because the Maharaja of Kuch Bihar was the first to patron it. So Anuruddha Datta, Anandita, Anurag, Naman, all of you get this correct. This is Kuch Bihar. Interesting. 37. So this gentleman, while opening up in an interview, told that he had spent considerable amount of time teaching Buddhist monks in a Nepali home near Darjeeling. So he told them how he started to incentivize people to learn by offering them sweets or allowing them to play a game. The 2016 commercial work was Doctor Strange, in which we saw Benedict going to the Himalayas and trying to learn the mystic arts. Pratyadishta Anurag, yep, I'm definitely sure that more people will get this. This is Benedict Cumberbatch, who also played the narrator in the Plum Village documentary, Walk With Me. Naman, Arvind, all of you get this one correct. This is Benedict Cumberbatch. Moving on to 38. The founder of the modern city of Singapore, this is Stamford Raffles. And so he visited Bengal in 1810. He saw a tapir, which is the animal. Then he went back to Europe, and he, along with another famous British inventor, set up the oldest establishment of a certain kind. So where was he visiting? So Richard Wellesley basically had a menagerie in his house, which developed and became the Alipur Zoo. So this gentleman went back and he created the London Zoo. So officially in 1870s is when the Alipur Zoo opened up, but prior to that it happened to be a menagerie in the house of Richard Wellesley. Which is why the London Zoo, the oldest of its kind, the oldest scientific zoo in the world, and he pupilled or trained uh, in his early days. He invented the miner's safety lamp, and Michael Faraday is the person who Humphrey Davy basically mentored during his early days. So thank you there, Ishita. This is the Alipur Zoo basically, and what I was looking for is the London Zoo, two parts, London Zoo and Humphrey Davy. Moving on to 39. Yep, they pulled off a stunner yesterday. I was pretty happy seeing the team perform again. I mean, it's been it should be like it's been a real long time for this team to perform to its potential. So this series is Knight Rider. So that is Mr. Knight, who happens to play a vigilante. the Knight Rider series is basically. So this is Kolkata Knight Rider is a sporting entity that I was looking for an answer here. Again, Ishita and Pratadishta get this correct. Knight Rider. This is Kolkata Knight Rider is what I was looking. KKR will do. And the last question, easy. Which company is making its re-entry with in brand of smartphones, which follows the Chini ka motto. So this gentleman is actually married to Asin, the founder of this company. Rahul Sharma is married to Asin. So this is Micromax. Yes, Arvind. So that was the last question over there. Micromax. So that was, yep, Pratidishta, Anurag, Ananda seems to have a small slow net, I guess. Anyway, so those were the 40 questions. We'll evaluate it. And Vishnu, how soon are we going to be ready with the list of winners?
Yeah, as soon as we can evaluate them, the list is already ready. I mean, the answers are already with us. We need to evaluate and announce them.
Okay,
And
so we'll
the
just
JVKSK team will be contacting the winners and they'll give them the Amazon watches.
fair enough. So it'll take us some time to just evaluate, and winners will be contacted. I think we'll surely have the names of the winners in the TackOn site also. We can put that maybe the winners for this quiz.
Yeah, the Facebook page. We can put on Facebook and Twitter page.
Fair enough. So we will do
Yeah.
that. Thank you everyone for turning up for the quiz on a Sunday on a Durga Puja. I hope you are all having a good, safe puja. So happy Durga Puja, everyone. Enjoy and stay indoors, stay safe. Bye. That's all from my end.
Yeah. Bye.